This month we've been working on a whole series of steps to lift us into another state of being. We started with renewal. Renewal allows you to sit in the energy so you can release all that is and really look at what choices are truly yours, what lies before you, what you can do. And that's that state of just peace. Peace and review, letting go all the obligations. Then we talked about the recommitment. When a part of your spirit reveals itself, when a part of you comes to the surface and you go, oh, that is where I'd like to attach my energy. And then we focus and we recommit. Then last week, we spoke about resurgence. That's when our recommitment allows our life force to begin to move in that direction. And when that happens, the universe life force comes to meet us. So there's a resurgence in our projection and how we are choosing to be this new being. And I know you've been doing well with this, right? For your homework, everybody's been doing a fabulous job.
Yes.
Excellent. So you know that there's another step right in front of you. And this step is resurrection. Resurrection is the state where the form is no longer what it once was. You can't go through this process without then resurrecting the form of who you are, because there is a new energy within you and a new focus. All we really know metaphysically or as Christians about resurrection is what we look at with Jesus. You know, he went through the death, burial, resurrection, and ascension process. But even in his process, and his process is huge, it's gigantic. It's not the level we're experiencing at this moment, perhaps, that I can tell. But that degree of power demonstration lies within us all. But within him, he went into the tomb. He went into the releasing of the attachment of the life force to the physical body. And then he actually reconstructed the physical body as it came out of the tomb. Do you remember? Remember when Mary came to him, not his mother, but Mary, one of the apostles, we shall call her. And he said, touch me not, for I have not yet ascended to my Father which is in heaven. His body was still in motion. He could present his body to them. He could show them who he was, but he said, not quite yet. And it was only a matter of days when he appeared in body, through the closed door, through the locked door, and had lunch with them. Now he says, touch me. Do you need to touch me? Touch me. So the vehicle that he was able to create was a part of the old world in which he had lived. He ate dinner with them. They could touch his physical body. But it was in the new world where he could disappear at will. Do you see? Now we hear that story of resurrection, resurrecting a physical vehicle that has a bit of the past but has moved into a new dimension. And we go, wow, so cool. Jesus, way good. But we don't even see how it applies to us. But until we start looking at that as a part of our journey as well, everything I do, you shall do in greater, we need to begin to look at these things as possible for us, even if we do them in not quite as big a way. Do you realize you're master of matter? Our affirmation for the month of June, I create my reality. All right, so we begin where we are. We begin where we are. A new vehicle was born when Jesus came, and he was bigger than he was before. Everybody understand that? He was bigger than he was before. So we as humans, we've all stopped our behavior, haven't we? And anything. You might quit smoking, you might go on a diet, you might quit something in your behavior. But when you do that, there's usually a chance of going back. Do you know what I'm saying? There's like, oh, I might do that again. I know in my history, I have been caffeine free for years. I consume caffeine with joy now. I have been sugar free for years, and I consume sugar now guilt free. These are things I experienced, but they are not things that transformed me. They were experiencers. Do you understand? There's a difference between imposing or imposing anything on yourself as an experience and resurrection. Resurrection deals with commitment, and when you resurrect, you do not go back. And all of us have had little resurrections as well, have you not? Have you not taken that stand at some point in your life, and you are never that person again?
Yes.
And those stands, sometimes we call them accidental. Sometimes they're so outer driven that you don't have a choice anymore, you have to do it. But we want to consciously now learn how to do this, how to take a stand, how to take our beliefs and body and become different. We want to move into a space where the old form no longer exists, just no longer exists. Resurrection is about raising from the dead and a return to life. Let's review. We renew, letting things go to see your options. We recommit, finding something within our soul that takes us on our soul journey. We have the resurgence. We invest our energy into that new experience. And then the resurrection. The form of you is now alive. And it's new. It's changed. Okay. So how do we create the new form? If our body is a compilation of our thoughts and our beliefs, so is our world. Everything in the world around us is in response to who we are being. Every irritant, every failure, every doubt, every challenge is a direct response to who you are being. Okay? So, I had a client call me the other day, and she said, "Okay, Cindy, let's chat." Okay. I have a job opportunity. It's in the industry I love. But these people are kind of controlling. They kind of want to own me. I kind of would have to do everything they wanted. I kind of would be restricted a little bit. And they don't pay me anything. What do you think? What was the world showing her about her? The world was showing her that she was looking at how small she was seeing herself. Now, I can say this freely because guess who sees themselves small? Everyone. Sometimes it's not so overt in our face, is it? I want this from you, and this from you, and this from you, and I'm going to give you this little bit in return. And then you consider it. Well, yeah, I could get that little. I could squeeze into that little bitty form, and I could go in there and do it. Yeah, I could do that. But think about it. Why do we want to be small? Why do we want to be small? And how is the world showing you how small you are? Our vision of self. If our vision of self is less than, what is the world going to tell us? That you're little. If you don't believe that you're important, what is the world going to tell you? No, you're not important. Come, do what I need. Tuck up here and do what I want you to do. Our vision of self, unworthy, we understand, don't you? And honest to goodness, do you guys not deal with unworthiness still to this day, metaphysicians that you are? Yes, you do. You do at some level. Unworthy diminishes your vision of self and makes you small. But you know what else does the same thing? It's feeling too worthy. Too worthy. Too self-important. Too demanding that things be the way you need it. Do you understand? That also diminishes the light within you. The flip side of the coin. I'm not important. Well, then I'll get important. Then I'll be worthy. You know, that's what we do, don't we? Okay, golly, I'll do it. Get big. Is the light in you any bigger? The light in you is not any bigger than it was when you were feeling unworthy. We need to be aware when our spirit is small and when we are letting our spirit grow. Your ego, if you're working from that space, needs to keep you alive. It wants you to survive. And it will make you more important than the world. It will make you whatever it needs to make you to survive. Your will, your will, your will is all about my way. Do you see? My way. And in my way, how much space is there for your spirit? So this is what we do as people. We bounce from one end to the other. We bounce from being little by being unworthy to being little by being demanding. Then little by being unworthy because that didn't work and that makes us sad. Now I've ruined everything. Now I'm unworthy again. Now I buck up. Now I'm a child of God. Now I'm demanding again. Am I getting through? It is the natural process of keeping you small. It's a natural process of keeping you small. Then my client said, as we're talking about this job opportunity, Cindy, what if God, I'm willing to surrender, didn't have an ego problem here at all, we were on the other end. What if God wants me to do this job to learn a lesson? To make myself small and submit and subservient so I can learn a lesson. You've been there? And Spirit said, God does not make us small to teach us. God does not make us jump through hoops to teach us. God simply loves us. Special blessing. There is nothing you can do to make God love you less. There is nothing you can do to make God love you more. God loves you. You can receive more, yes, by your thoughts, by your energy. But that love of God is always seeking to come through into your body, but it has to come through your beliefs, your thoughts, and your energy. It has to come through who you think you are. And if you think my way, how much love comes through? A little bit. And if you think unworthy, how much love comes through? A little bit. How much love is coming to you? A lot. All that you could ever need. And you guys already know all this, right? Good. Good. Because we're talking about resurrection. We're talking about how to change the way we are being in the world. Change the way we're being in the world. We choose who we are being. Do you understand what I'm saying? I want to change the way I'm being in the world. I think I'm being too little. I think I'm being too small in many areas. Don't you?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. We want to create a space so your greater light and your greater truth, your greater essence can be expressed. And do you guys realize that's everybody's dream? I want my greater essence to express. I want who I am to be. And if we look at the world around us, and most of us, I don't know if metaphysicians, if we've gotten this yet or not, but our world teaches us some very deep lessons. And they teach us that we need to live in fear. We need to live seeking financial security. And after that, you get to be free. You can be free. So we go, boy, yay, God. I'm going to be afraid of the world. I'm going to seek financial security. And then I'm going to do what I want, darn it. I'm going to be free. And so a lot of us will do that retirement thing. You talk to people, oh, I can't wait till I retire. Why? Because I get to do what I want. Okay. Can't wait till I win the lottery. Why? Because I get to do what I want. Because I don't have to be afraid of the world anymore and I'll be financially secure. Totally missing that you're doing what you want right now. You're doing exactly what you want right now. With your job, your career, your relationships, everything is your choice. But we've taken on this mindset that there's something that we have to conform to before we can feel that freedom to choose. All right. If you believe what the world taught, this is what you'll experience. A world where your talents and your essence is asked to diminish until you have served the world. Where your talents and your essence, you're asked to diminish until you've served the world. Are we clear on that one? Okay. And here's the truth of it. You were not born to serve the world.
Yay!
You were born to become the light. You were born to become the light. You were born to become the light. You were born to be bigger than the world can define you. Bigger than the world can define you. You know, Jesus did all his healings. All of his healings were about changing the thoughts of the people that were brought in. When they saw themselves, what did they see themselves as? I'm a cripple, I'm a beggar, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm sick. And he would change their perceptions of self. If those thoughts had not changed, the healing would not have occurred. Remember the palsied man that was lowered through the ceiling, and Jesus looked at him and said, "Your sins are forgiven, dude." And everybody went, "Oh my God, how dare this guy say that?" It was okay for him to say, "Take up your bed and walk." But to say, your visions, your thoughts, your ideas are now healed. He could have also said, "You know what? You're a powerful creator God. Stand up." The guy stood up. The guy walked out. Jesus didn't touch him. He saw who he was. Anytime the light of your essence and your truth is recognized, don't you feel it expanding within you? Some of us call forth experiences of diminishment in order for our truth to be recognized. You know, my client on the telephone chatting about the job opportunity, the very simple question came up, how small do you want to get? And what do you think her answer was? I don't think I want to be small at all. I think it's time for me to be big. Big, 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 big. So she didn't have to make a decision about this job. As she saw herself big, the job would either transform to match her or it would fall away. Do you see? Just by changing the vision of you, you change that light. And miracles happen. Miracles happen. You know, I'll never forget my first firewalk. I was young. I wasn't that young, but I was young. My first firewalk, I was 32. And my husband at the time, we were on the end of the marriage, you know, and we'd been trying to figure out how to live. And we had gone on this retreat. And he was not so much into the church. He accepted that I was definitely metaphysical, and he was more the nature kid. And so we did the spoon bending before. You know, we're in a retreat, and so everybody comes and they're learning how to bend spoons. And so we're doing our meditation and bending spoons, and my spoon didn't bend. And I don't even remember if his did or not. Don't even remember. We went back to the hotel room before the firewalk that night. And of course, he, being my greatest voice, said to me, "Your spoon didn't bend. How are you going to walk on fire?" I'll never forget it. And I felt so small. I went so internal. I felt so small and so little and so defeated. And it was like, I believe in God. I believe in miracles. I believe in possibilities. I am not going to feel this way. And it was that clear. Now, I didn't know if I was going to walk on the fire or not, but I had to consciously pull my energy back to at least know my love for spirit was all I knew. It's all I had. And I was as certain about my love for God as I am about anything tangible on this earth plane. And so we did the workshop, and we went and we did the prep and the singing and dancing, and you know, we're hanging in there. So the whole thing was you have to wait till you get the yes. You have to wait till you get the yes. Because if you walk across the fire without the yes, you'll get burned. So I'm waiting for the yes, and we're chanting around the fire. And who pops across that fire first? My husband. He's a nature guy. It's like, fire? What the heck? I'm good. I'm going with the fire. He's across the fire, and I'm going, you didn't pray enough. How could you be across the fire? But that was his way. That was his way. So I just was in shock for a moment. Had to come back to myself. And when I got the yes, there wasn't a thought of my spoon in that moment. There wasn't a thought of my spoon. It was me and God. Me, God, harmony with the fire. And you walk across the fire, and of course the minister was there to meet you on the other end, and I was crying. It was such a moving experience for me. And my spirit anchored. It's like all the things that I've been hearing, all the meditation I've been doing, all the, you can do this, you can do that, but until I made myself big enough, let enough of my higher self come in, because I would have accepted a no if I'd gotten a no. Made myself big enough to accept the yes and trust that within me. When I walked across that fire, I was no longer the same. I went home and I put on my refrigerator. I walked the fire, I can do anything. You know? And then I learned, I walk the fire, God and I can do anything. God and I can do anything. My space for my higher self increased. And that's what and every one of you has walked a fire. It may not be the literal flames, but every one of you stands in those moments when you're looking at, I'm feeling bad. Here's my familiar path of what I'm going to do to handle my feeling bad about myself. I'm going to cuddle up on the couch. I'm going to call a friend. I'm going to watch a movie and make myself cry. Whatever. This is girl stuff. I don't know what you guys do. That's what we do. Or here's another path. When I can look at my spirit and say, okay, I'm feeling bad about myself. Am I a child of God? And where's the spark I am? Where is my spark? Bring that in. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. I am the Christ. And take a different path. It may be only 6 inches difference from the one that you're familiar with. But it's you now moving into a new form. Do y'all hear? We've all done this in little levels, but most of the time it's accidental. Someone's like really triggers you. That might have been quite accidental, but it was on divine course for me. What we want to do is learn to do it consciously. To not trigger into comfort food when we're upset, but to trigger into, I need more of my light in my body. Or if you get frustrated and want to kick the cat. Do you guys kick the cat? Is that what you guys do? Or if you get frustrated and do something, to remember, I just need more light in my body. I need more light in my body. As we make those choices, we set ourselves up to resurrect, and there is no going back. There is no going back. That sets in your body a vibration that changes everything. You may still go to the same job. You may still have the same relationships, but you are different because you are bigger and you are brighter. And that's our job. That is our job, to continue to resurrect every year. You know, we get a new body every year with our cellular regeneration, yes? A new spirit, a new way of being every year should be our goal. Your light, your divinity, who you are seeks a greater space in your world. You guys ready to try? All right, so let's put your feet on the floor. I want you to take a breath. And just see a beautiful light coming over you. Feel the beautiful love of God surrounding you. And I want you to give yourself permission to go on a little journey with me today. Nothing can hurt or harm you. You are safe. Feel golden light just pouring over you, and feel that everything is okay. And you're going to give yourself permission just to image in, to imagine, to play. I want you to breathe and imagine you're feeling this space of perhaps an unseen angel by your side. And just feel yourself being lifted up and just transported to a beautiful, beautiful seashore. A beautiful space where the white sands meet the blue water. And I want you to feel your feet planted in the warm sand. Just let yourself be there. Just imagine it. Imagine it. And you can feel the solidness of Mother Earth beneath your feet. And you can feel the beautiful sound of the waves as they gently move. And feel the wind as it just blows in your face and your hair. And in this moment, feel how small you are in the scheme of creation. Feel how you stand in this body and the waves are deep and the ground is strong and the wind is blowing and you are a small part of this creation. But begin to notice that the wind is helping you as it blows. It's washing away all the thoughts that no longer serve. This beautiful wind is pouring through your arc field, just washing and cleansing. The sound of the water is pulling out emotional stress, calming your spirit. And the earth, Mother Earth herself, is just drawing through your feet anything that would keep you out of ease. And feel how connected you are with all these powers. And you don't feel so small anymore. You feel one. One with the earth, one with the waters, and one with the wind. And breathe. And let your focus just go to that beautiful spark within your own heart. And take a moment to look, who am I? That the winds nurture me, and the water nurtures me, and the earth nurtures me. Who am I? And look at that energy. Look deep within your heart until you see a beautiful spark of light. A spark of light just beginning to grow. And feel that light getting stronger and brighter. And feel that light beginning to fill your arc field. Just beginning to fill your body, you become illuminated. Light to your feet, to your hands, to your head. Light out into your arc field. And as you become a beautiful energy of light, notice what happens. The light goes to feed Mother Earth. The light dances with the water and the waves. And the light becomes one with the wind. Your light connects you with everything. You are one with life. Feel how strong and powerful your light is. And deep within that heart, feel emerging. Feel just this soft energy beginning to rise. I seek to become my divinity. I seek to become my divinity. And as that thought moves, feel a beautiful softness flowing through all that you are. Breathe. Feel the peace in this place. You are divine. You are loved by earth, by water, by air. You are loved by God. And feel that unseen angel by your side. And I want you to just let them very gently take you by the hand. But feel that expanded heart that you now have. And gently the angel lifts you up. Lifting you up, and coming back into this moment. Lifting you back into your chair. And I want you to feel your energy field as you feel the chair beneath you and your feet on the floor. Feel the glow of your light. I seek to be my divinity. I seek to be bigger. And in this moment, I am bigger. Father, Mother God, I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for blessing everyone here this day. I thank you for I thank you that their divinity, their light, their love can now shine forth into the world, unobstructed by the past. And I thank you that they have gathered to become that divine group of children who remember who they are. And through your love for Father, Mother, God, feel the peace. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. I hope you feel expanded, the room expanded. So remember this light. Remember that light. And don't be surprised if you have a moment and you choose a different path. Don't be surprised.